Welcome to another show of Walk With Me. I'm Tyler Burgess in Eugene, Oregon, and I am walking in Eugene, Oregon during our pandemic. We will walk around Eugene, Oregon. This is the map and the directions up to Gillespie Butte. Here we go. This particular walk starts at Alton Park, and as you can see, we have some newly hatched goslings. The city has put up a new fence around the pond, and the little goslings can get underneath, but their parents can't. And there's a dog coming, which is why I think they all went down to the water. But you can see in the background, the dogs are past, and now the little goslings can come back up to their parents and slip back underneath that fence.
Oh, thank goodness.
Along the river path, a man and his son put up a miniature solar system. We start at the sun. The first bit is along the Willamette River. There's a bike path on both sides of the river. It's just a beautiful place to live. The walk up to Gillespie Butte takes us along the Eugene Country Club golf course and neighborhood. These particular flowers are rhododendrons. They're in full bloom here. This 4-petal flower is from a dogwood tree. You can always tell a dogwood by its bark. On top of the butte is a beautiful white oak. To the south is a view of Spencer Butte. There are other people up here too. There's a pioneer cemetery up here. This is the Cal Young family. The headstone of Maria, wife of Charles, was born in Germany. I can't make out their last name. Exiting the park on a gravel road, you go by a lovely house with a beautiful garden. This is a nice view of Eugene, Oregon from the top of the butte. On a clear day, you can even see the mountains. And here are the turkeys. I did these walks and photographed them mid-April to early May, so you get to see springtime in Eugene. May 19th is Election Day, which is just around the corner. And over the lovely Delta Bridge, the route takes us along the Delta Ponds. There's a work of art here I've never quite figured out what it is or if I like it. Kendall Subaru is building a new lot here. Eventually, all things merge into one, and a river runs through it. By Norman McLean is the quote on the sign. We passed by Valley River Inn, a nice restaurant. We're on the North Bank Trail along the Willamette River. Back at the pond, the fishermen are out today. This walk is called Mansions and Meadow. We start at 24th and Amazon and we head up to Hendricks Park. Here we go! This is Spencer Butte to the south of us. This is a hawthorn tree in bloom. Somebody was having fun here. The quote on this sign is, "A little nonsense now and then is cherished by the wisest men." No worries, these fire plugs were painted by neighborhood artists. They were given permission by the city of Eugene to do so. In Eugene, we love our rhododendrons. At one time, there was a trolley that came through this neighborhood. It came from the train station on Willamette and 5th. In the distance is the University of Oregon football stadium called Autzen Stadium. You might need this bench by the time you get here. We've been up the hill and we have more hills to go. When you get to this lovely house number, take the trail to your left. This is the mansions part of the walk. Meadow is coming up. This reminds me a bit of the Adams family home. At the Ridgeline Trail sign, we're going to go right down the path. There's some wildlife up here. And here we are at lovely Meadow Path. And from the meadow, we emerge on Old Dillard Road. You probably know these are calla lilies. That was a lovely walk. This day we're going to start again at 24th and Amazon Parkway, but we're going to go up the other side of the valley. Here we go. Love the mural on this garage door. Uh-oh, I have another dilemma. And we take a lovely path up through the Wayne Morris Ranch. Rain is what makes Eugene so green and beautiful. There are lots of us out walking through the pandemic. Some things are just interesting. Here we are. We finally made it to the Edgewood Nature Trail. I love seeing the bears in the window. Take time to read the plaque beneath the bush. That was another lovely walk. Today we're going to start in Hendricks Park. Here we go. At the old stone fountain, veer left to the ribbon trail. The walk soon leads into the neighborhood and along the road called Laurel Hill. This is an electrical box, the yellow submarine, and guess who they painted on the side? This is the native camas plant that blooms in the valley in the spring. And now we're back to Hendricks Park where we started. And this walk is over in Springfield across the Willamette River from Eugene. You start at Day Island Park and walk north through the old neighborhood right to the By Gully Path, and then come back through a new neighborhood. The By Gully Path goes by a canal that's a local birding site. This is a totally flat walk, but don't worry, you can always tack on a hike up to Gillespie Butte at the end. It's always fun to check out those little free libraries along the way. The wisteria is profuse in this neighborhood. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see, by Mark Twain. If you're ready for a bit of a challenge, you can go on up Gillespie Butte or come back another day and start from the old Springfield train depot. Here's a tucked away saying, "It is not what you look at that matters, it is what you see," by Thoreau. From the top of Kelly Butte, you can look south and get a view of Spencer Butte. There's some drama in the clouds today. There was just a spatter of rain before I got back to the start, and it was sunny again. Let's start this walk at Alton Baker Park and go north of the river. Here we go. Look how much bigger these goslings are in a week. We'll take a quick tour through the park that honors our Nobel Peace Prize winners. Jane Addams was one of the winners. The good we've secured for ourselves is precarious and uncertain until it is secured for all of us and incorporated into our common life. We are headed out to discover new neighborhoods today. This little guy looks like he's going for a walk, but I've never seen him go very far. Flowers are so beautiful, and I gawk at so many and take pictures. It's kind of slow going. You do get high enough in the spyglass loop that you get a view. Well, we do hope so. And meanwhile, I'm going to go out for a walk. Wave hi to the teddy bear in the window. You just never know what you're going to see around the next corner when you walk through a neighborhood. And now we're off to Springfield again for a delightful walk through the neighborhood. There's a very small, obscure park off Hayden Bridge Way. That's where we start. Oh, someone's pride and joy. My hope is that one day soon, all the reminders that we are in a pandemic will simply be historic markers. You might have guessed I am just ambling through these neighborhoods, appreciating people's homes and gardens and their yard art and their garden art. I'm just having a very nice time, and it's all good to be out. It's nice to get some fresh air. I feel better when I get home. Thank you for joining me for another walk.